Hey everybody, my name is Razib Khan. I'm the Director of Scientific Content at Insightome.
And I'm Gareth Hynum, the Director of Genomics at Insightome.
And this is the weekly snippet. What are we going to be talking about?
Well, we noticed there was a lot of really awesome papers coming out on Southeast Asian genetics. And one thing that's particularly related to our app, Neanderthal app, the one that's about the archaic hominids, is one about the diving reflex.
Merman.
That is cool.
They're the sea nomads, okay? They're called sea
nomads.
nomads. They live on like the Southeast Asian fringes all around the Malay Peninsula,
Yes.
off the coast of Burma.
And it's related to the archaic hominids, the Denisovans in particular. And what exactly this trait is, a modification of both the diving reflex and the spleen size. And it's really cool because it's an example of how human biology and human culture have both shaped each other over thousands of years.
They're mermen.
Yeah,
they're mermen.
They're the closest thing to mermaids.
I mean, the paper finally came out recently, but we knew about the result. And this is an adaptation. If someone had told you about it, you would tell them, you'd just be like, get out of here. It's crazy.
I mean, it sounds crazy. Basically, when they have hypoxia, their spleen starts pumping out brand new red blood cells into the bloodstream to drive more oxygen to your organs. I mean, it's kind of a bizarre thing in general.
Yeah,
Large spleen and modified genetics aside.
Humans are terrestrial mammals. The fact that we have aquatic adaptation is whack, right? Yeah. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. We have another example of something that came from Denisovans that's an adaptation that's very interesting too, the high altitude one,
yes.
which is in the archaic app right now. So we have high altitude and now we have diving. So like, what's up with the Denisovans? I mean, they were in all different types of environments and we keep picking up adaptations from them.
They were really good at hypoxia.
If the Denisovans were in Eastern Eurasia, from say Southeast Asia all the way towards Siberia, for I don't know, let's say 500,000 years, they diverged from Neanderthals around then. If they were, they had a long time to adapt. And so as modern humans started expanding in the last 100,000 years, more like the last 50,000 years, they also needed to adapt to these conditions, but the Denisovans already had the adaptations, right? And so we picked it up from them, and like, how did that happen? How do we pick it up from them?
That's not going to be covered in the snippet.
we picked it up, quote unquote, from the Denisovans. Basically, the average amount of Denisovan ancestry in Southeast Asians is like, 0.1%-ish, but these Southeast Asian groups, these, Mer-People, basically have a lot of Denisovan ancestry in this region of their genome, just like we would say with the Tibetans. They probably themselves did not interbreed with the Denisovans. It was probably the indigenous peoples of Southeast Asia that were already there that interbred with the Denisovans, and then they mixed with those people, and so they picked it up at probably a second order remove, right? So this adaptation was probably in the original Southeast Asian indigenous people, so they probably had some group of hunter-gatherers that were in the water all the time. It's crazy. That was what I would believe. It's a really cool story. It's really easy to explain.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally crazy, right? I mean, I think like every geneticist who saw this result thought it was crazy. It just shows how interesting and novel and just how genetics can surprise you. It's a very startling result that there are actually modern human mermen out there, right? I would not have predicted that. That's the first thing. The second thing is it's from ancient humans, right? If we didn't have the ancient DNA, we probably would not have made that inference.
No, we wouldn't.
If we didn't, so I mean, this shows like the power of ancient DNA. And with that, that's this week's snippet. So we'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining.
Take it easy.